Hello everybody, we are back here on the Hunter Call of the Wild. We are once again hunting some whitetail deer today because we're still on the search for getting 3 different great ones on 3 different maps and then hunting them all consecutively. If you guys are not aware, we already have a red deer on Tiabaroa, and now we're just trying to get 2 more on 2 other maps. And after the bears were kind of being a little uncooperative, we decided to take a break from them and hunt a little bit of whitetail, because the whitetail have been a lot of fun throughout the years. And with the update that changed the spook range of tent traveling and the ability to force respawns with main menuing being completely removed, it really changed up the whitetail grind. And I know a lot of you have been looking for ways to make it better. And so we're going to talk today about exactly what I've done to make this grind miles better than it was. Because our whitetail deer have been so nice the last day that we did it. We did a 3-hour stream, and we only ran into issues with respawn consistency 1 time throughout the entire 3 hours. It was actually kind of insane. So essentially, there is a few things that we did to make this grind so much better. The big one is we took away our claiming tent on a couple of zones. I actually just took away this one to ensure that we 100% will have enough time for the animals to respawn before we get done with our run. So we have no claiming tent here. Then over here, I use this tent to shoot these 2 zones, which what I usually do is I will start here, shoot this zone, fast travel to it, and then I will shoot these, fast travel to it, do all the claiming. I am going to try some other stuff eventually, probably, where maybe I'll have some different setups to where I can shoot both of them from this tent here. But I haven't started doing that yet. I may do it in the future. And then next up, I go to this lake where we shoot from here. We use this to claim them. Then we go up to the top. I removed my tent that I used to have right here. Because, the outpost is right there. The only reason I had it there before was so I'd have quicker access to switching the time instead of having to walk into the outpost, which was always, just a little bit of extra time. But now that extra time actually is beneficial because it gives more time for the respawns to take place. So I spawn here, go over to the stand, shoot a few whitetail deer, fast travel to that tent, claim them. Then I go to this one, shoot this zone, claim them. Then I shoot from this tent to this one, run over, claim them, or I guess fast travel over and claim them. And then I just added this zone right here. I added this new zone in here so we have 1 extra zone because this is one that I didn't fully manage down previously. I got it to a point where I was like, it's good enough. I might as well leave it. And so I decided to set up again, and we actually have 2 bucks, maybe 3, that I could be shooting from this zone right here. So that is going to help with the amount of time it takes per run. I try to shoot at least 20 whitetail deer each run, and also I try to make sure that I'm spending a decent amount of time on it so they can all respawn by the time I get back to the first zone. Then we go down to this zone right here, where we start here, we shoot those, fast travel over, claim them, then we spawn here, shoot from this, or shoot the ones in this zone right here, fast travel down, claim, then we shoot the ones over here, then we drive our ATV all the way over because it takes a little bit of extra time, giving them, enough time to fully respawn, and then boom, our run is done. Then we start all over again after a quick trip to the main menu, because you do still want to go to the main menu because it makes them not be spooked anymore. It gets rid of that spooked, nervous state, which is very, very helpful in one of these grinds. So let's continue our run and see if we can get any good luck with the whitetail now that I've kind of explained to you what I changed to make this grind a lot better. The problem with whitetail that a lot of people run into, I feel, is that they're not shooting enough per run. And this is something that whitetail have always had an issue with, even before they made changes to spook ranges and the ability to force respawns via main menuing. Even before then, whitetail had issues with being consistent, and obviously it just got even worse when you could no longer force the respawns. But even when you could still force them, I always had to shoot at least 15 whitetail deer per run to get consistent respawns. If I shot less than that, it was very likely that only half of them would respawn on the next run. So I do recommend trying to get as close to 20 kills per run as you possibly can. Now with this zone, I kind of like to walk away and then fast travel, so I hopefully don't spook the other zone because I'm a little bit farther away. I found that if I just fast travel straight from the stand, I always had issues with spooking. Even now, I do still get some issues, but they're not as bad. In fact, they're not even there, which is beautiful. We can just reset the time and hopefully they will show up. And there they are. And what do you know? That is a monstrous level 3 right there. So we're going to shoot that guy first, of course, and then take the smaller one right after. Let's just get that in him. And, he got away. Oh, wait. No, he didn't. We hit the other one, but I do not think he's going to die very quickly from that one. And of course, another very important thing in keeping your respawns consistent is to claim literally everything. Try not to leave any of them, because if you leave them, they're not actually going to disappear from the map until you exit to the main menu. And then, you know, that's going to delay their respawn even further. So I definitely don't recommend leaving any on the ground. Claim all the ones you shoot, or else you're going to run into even more problems. Oh no, we've got a low bleed rate on that level 3. That's a little bit unfortunate. I imagine I hit a little bit too far back and got a non-vital hit. I didn't actually find the original hit location, so I wasn't able to see what type of shot it was. But I did find the blood a little bit after, and it did say just low bleed rate, which is not good at all. Is this him? No, this is the other one. Okay, so our dog led us to the wrong one. Let's go find the actual 3. Wait. He's invisible. What? Oh no. What's happening, man? He's broken. No. What? I thought that bug was gone. Well, we can see it's a 267. We messed him up. Why can't I claim him? Oh, he's broken, dude. What? That's a weird bug. That's a terrible bug. How did that happen? Also, I gotta point this out. I'm probably gonna put this part of the video back when I first noticed it, but I just realized when we had that issue with that level 3 whitetail deer being invisible, it actually broke my UI. I have more stuff on here than I'm supposed to, and actually I'm missing stuff too. I'm missing my, what's it called? My storage. Like, garage is there, then it's kennel, and then Hunt Club Beta, and there's our trophy manager at the top. Yeah, it messed things up. Well, that was unfortunate, but what isn't unfortunate is we have 3 bucks here to shoot, so let's just pop all 3 if we can real quick, and yeah, they're all dead. That went much better. Looks like this lake has its bucks as well. We got a couple of them there, nothing insane. That was a bad shot, but we made up for it with that second one. Couple of nice bucks in the very next zone. In fact, I really like the way those 2 bucks look. Those are some of my favorite level 2 racks. They look really nice. They score in like the 230s, low 240s. They're just really nice looking racks. Yeah, like I said, 236, and that guy's 220, so that guy's not as big as the first one we grabbed, but the first one definitely did look quite nice, man. Let's see what we got going over here. It looks like we have 3 level 1s. Okay, well, we don't need 3 level 1s here, so we're going to shoot one of these level 1s. And in fact, you know what? We're going to shoot 2 of the level 1s. Because I would really like... Oh, I saw another one. I would really like to get one of these level 1s to go to one of those new zones I started hunting. So there we go. We'll take all 3 of those down and then fast travel over and claim them. Here we are. This is the zone that I just added back into my rotation. That is one of the bucks we need to shoot. Let's just pop him as he's going down there. And let's pop that other one that I was wanting to get down to. This one I'm leaving for now, at least until we can get a couple of the others managed down in this zone. It honestly does feel kind of nice to get another zone back into the rotation, though. Because, you know, it gets kind of repetitive going to the same zones over and over again. And when you're this deep into a grind where we have killed around 30-ish different Great One whitetail on this particular whitetail population on Layton, I mean, the fact that we're that deep into the grind, you guys could imagine, like, it gets kind of repetitive having had so many kills on the exact same zones over and over and over and over again. So adding a new one into the rotation does kind of freshen it up and add to it, make it a little bit more enjoyable. So that is really nice. We got 3 bucks here this time around. Love to see it, man. We're going to try and take all of those down if we can. I always try to get as many of the shootable bucks out of my zone as I possibly can so that I have more respawns for the next time around, like more going into that respawn pool so that we'll be more likely to hit over that 20 mark that I try to hit to keep consistency up. So that's really good that we had 3 of them here. And we are now on to the very last zone, and that just happens to have a level 3 in it, as well as a level 2 that we can also shoot. But that 3 is going to be the main attraction of the zone, and we're going to try and take it down with the proper caliber instead of the 300s. So let's get that guy down. And then a little bit too late there. I was second guessing whether that was the 2 or the 1 I was looking at, so I didn't shoot as quick as I needed to. But we smoked him anyway, so it's okay. Now, since this is the very last zone in my rotation, like I said earlier, I will go ahead and get the ATV and drive on over there. And it's as simple as that. That is the end of our run, and it ends with an unfortunate troll, which is very sad, but hey, it is what it is, man. There's nothing you can do there. But I did want to mention one more thing before I continue hunting in this video, and that is the fact that, obviously, you're not going to have the exact same zones that I have on my Layton Lakes. You're not going to have whitetail in the exact same places, so I don't recommend trying to copy my tent setup. This guide right here is mainly to just talk about what I do, the changes I made, and stuff like that to keep consistency in my grind. Try to kill at least 20 per run before you return to the first zone again. Make sure you leave to the main menu at the end of every run so the animals are no longer nervous. Be sure to have at least a couple of zones where you do not have a claiming tent. That way you have to drive the ATV to claim your kills, to add that extra bit of time to the run to give them more time to respawn before you return to the first zone. And of course, claim everything. Don't leave any animals on the ground because that is one of the most detrimental things to your grind. And now that we have gone through the important stuff, let's see, did we get our respawns back consistently like I'm expecting them to be here? It looks like, yep, yes we did. We got one right there, and then we've got one right there. So that's about what I normally have at this zone. So there you go, guys. Try that out. Maybe it'll help you fix your whitetail deer grind. One more tip that I just thought of that is actually very important that I forget to mention in many cases, and that is the fact that I have noticed, for example, if you only do half of your run and then you log out for the day, I've noticed that really throws things off because you're only killing half the amount you normally do. You're spending half the time you normally do. And because of that, when you log back in, you're going to be waiting a while for your respawns to pop up. And if you go shoot the other ones while you're waiting, then, you know, next run, only half of them will be back. And it's just not good. So I recommend getting to the end of your run before you log out. That's just a personal preference thing. I'm not saying that you have to treat it like gospel and do it every single time, but I definitely recommend it to keep things running smooth. So now at this point, I think what I'm going to do is continue shooting whitetail deer and just see if we can get that freaking great one to spawn or just something cool in general. And hopefully if we do get a great one to spawn, you guys will get to see it in this video. If we don't, then I guess we'll have to do that in the future. But we're 385 kills into this grind, and our last few whitetail grinds have been sub 1,000. So I am very hopeful that we could get it today. Ooh, look at that monster right there. That is a giant level 3. I just realized it is past 12, so we need to go ahead and reset the time. But that is a really big 3 there. Definitely going to take him down with the right gun so we don't mess him up. Because that guy is beautiful, man. He is absolutely gorgeous. Got good potential to be a monster. Here we go. Let's drop him real quick. And his buddy also. Not going to get the third one probably, but it is what it is. We got the best of the ones that were there. How big is this level 3 right here? 272.32. That right there is what we call a freaking monster, man. That is a monstrous buck right there. What a beauty. Hey, look at that monster right there. That right there is in the zone that we started adding into our rotations. And he is a giant, I might add. What a freaking beast of a buck. Oh my gosh. And those ones we don't want to shoot. We'll shoot him though. That is definitely one we're going to shoot. But of course, we're going to shoot this guy first. Because he is truly a sight to behold. Let's just, boop. Then we'll see if we can get his buddy. I don't even know where his buddy is. There he is. Let's go with this big boy 300 just to make sure we get him down. And yep, he's down. Let's see how big is he? 269.39. We are getting some monster bucks today, which, man, I really hope that means that we'll eventually get another super rare. I've been after another super rare for so long. I still don't have like a big rack whitetail super rare, and I'd love to get that. So hopefully this is a good sign. Well, let's see if a little relog ended up helping and fixing everything. It looks like it did. I think our UI is back to normal. Yeah, there we go. Now everything looks normal again. Oh, that was so weird, man. That was so weird that just that invisible deer that we couldn't claim ended up breaking the entire UI to where I couldn't, like, go through any of my loadouts or anything like that. That was unfortunate. Glad we fixed it, though, with a quick game restart. That right there that we just took down was a guaranteed diamond level 2 whitetail. That is lovely, man. That is what we love to see. Let's see what we got here. That's a 260.07. That's pretty big for a level 2, honestly. That's a good one. Well, everybody, this is going to be the final shots of this video. Thank you so much for watching. If this video helped you out, let me know in the comments down below. And of course, subscribe to the channel if you're brand new. Also, if you guys haven't already, hit that like button. It's a massive help in getting these videos pushed out to more people. I will see you all in the next one. Peace.